Hey guys, how's it going? Tiger Croc here, and before I get started with this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you're alerted for my next video on YouTube. Leave a like and share this video with everyone, and post a friendly comment. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about everything we know so far about Insidious 5, so let's get started with this video. Insidious 5 was confirmed by Blumhouse and Patrick Wilson back in October 2020, and at this point back then, all we knew was that Patrick Wilson will actually be directing the new Insidious movie, and that Insidious 5 will go back to the Lambert family, meaning Patrick Wilson as Josh Lambert, Rose Byrne as Renee Lambert, and Ty Simpkins as Dalton Lambert. Insidious 5 takes place 10 years after Insidious Chapter 2, and in this film, Josh and Dalton have to face the consequences of their choices, and Insidious 5 will unpack everything the Lamberts went through a decade ago. Into the further we go. So anyways, this was basically what Patrick Wilson said. Also, Scott Teems, the writer of Halloween Kills, will be writing Insidious 5 as well, as Leigh Whannell, the writer of the previous Insidious films, will also be writing Insidious 5, and Scott Teems did a great job writing the script and story for Halloween Kills, so I'm sure he will help make Insidious 5 amazing too. Scott Teems doing the screenplay and Leigh Whannell writing the story makes Insidious 5 sound way more exciting. Also, the legendary James Wan, the director of Insidious and Insidious Chapter 2, will be returning to produce Insidious 5. So, with James, Scott, and Patrick, and Leigh, this movie is going to be fucking amazing and very terrifying. Like, I'm so sure of it, guys. Like, I have very high hopes for this movie because, you know, Insidious 3 and 4 I enjoy, but I found the first two films better because it talks more about the Lambert family, and I think they were the best family in the franchise, and also the fact that, you know, the demons that were haunting the Lambert family are way more fucking terrifying than the demons that were haunting, the other two families that we saw. Also, so far, the only confirmed cast members is Dalton, Renee, and Josh. However, I have a strong feeling that Josh's mom and Carl and Elise and Dalton's brothers and sister will appear as well, since they're a big part of the story of the Insidious franchise. I hope they all return so we can make Insidious 5 as amazing as possible. Anyways, the next thing we know is that Insidious 5 might be called Insidious Fear the Dark. Now, this isn't 100% confirmed to be the title of the next Insidious movie, however, it definitely is possible since Patrick suggested that this is going to be the title of the movie based off what he said on his Instagram post. The title seems fine, however, based off what I'm going to talk about next, makes me think that this movie should be called Insidious Return of the Demons is a much better name because Patrick Wilson confirmed that Dalton and Josh's demons of their past are returning in Insidious Fear the Dark to haunt them both, which means that the Bride in Black, aka Parker Crane, and the Red-Faced Demon are coming back, which is very exciting because those two are by far my favorite demons in the Insidious franchise. Now, I'm guessing in this movie, we're obviously going to see Parker Crane and the Red-Faced Demon try to take over Dalton and Josh's body again like they did in Insidious and also did in Insidious Chapter 2, which is very scary to think about. Also, Dalton is going off to university in this movie as expected since he's now in his early 20s, and the last time we saw him, he was only a child. And as we know, Carl made Josh and Dalton forget how to astral project in Insidious Chapter 2, but according to Patrick Wilson, Josh and Dalton somehow remember how to astral project 10 years later as soon as Dalton is in university, and then his university dream becomes a living nightmare because the demons of his and also Josh's past return to haunt them both. Also, to see the Red-Faced Demon and Parker Crane as the main antagonists in this same exact movie for the very first time is very fucking exciting because just picture Insidious 1 and Insidious Chapter 2 combined with some new, like, I'm sure we're also going to get some new demons in this movie as well, but having the original two main antagonists, like, you know, they're probably going to team up this movie to get Josh and Dalton. It's just so terrifying and really cool to think about. So I'm guessing that's going to be the main plot of the movie. Like, the main antagonist is most likely going to be the Red-Faced Demon and also the Bride in Black. Now, I'm not sure how possible this is to happen, but if we're lucky, we might even get the return of the Key-Faced Demon and also the Man Who Can't Breathe from Insidious Chapter 3 and Insidious The Last Key. Like, imagine having those two come in there as well to haunt the Lambert family and maybe continue haunting, you know, the other families that we've seen in the past. That would be very scary to think about. I'm not sure this is possible, but whether they appear or not, I'm still sure this movie will be a great movie, and we're obviously going to get some new demons that we haven't seen before because every new Insidious movie always gives us new demons, which is why I'm very excited to see what kind of designs Patrick Wilson and the team come up with for the new demons. Now guys, as of right now, there is no confirmed runtime for how long Insidious 5, aka Insidious Fear the Dark, whatever you want to call it, is going to be. If I had to predict how long it's going to be, it's probably going to be at the bare minimum an hour and a half, and at the bare maximum 2.5 hours. So if I had to predict, it's probably going to be roughly about 2 hours, because it seems that most of the Insidious movies are just a little under 2 hours. So I'm guessing this movie will be probably around an hour and 50 minutes to 2 hours. But I'm hoping it can be a 2.5 hour movie, because then we can finally say, like, this movie is the longest movie in the Insidious franchise. But again, that might be a little bit too much hope. But I'm sure this movie will be at least an hour and 50 minutes, and what's it called again? I'm hoping it can be 2 hours long, because at least then the movie is somewhat longer than the others. But 2.5 hours, that's like a dream right there. But the thing is, if Parker Crane and the red-faced demon are both in this movie for the main antagonist, plus some other demons, and also this movie's probably going to show some flashbacks and to unpack what the Lamberts went through a decade ago, this movie's got to be at least a little over 2 hours to be able to fit all this in without rushing it. Like, I know that the movie's already done filming, but I'm hoping that they took a long time to film this and not rush, just make the plot good, make everything make sense, just so this feels like the perfect sequel to Insidious Chapter 2. But again, we'll have to wait and see. I do trust Patrick Wilson for being the director, even though he hasn't directed it in the past, because again, he's very passionate about the series. He's been a great actor playing Josh Lambert, and also acting being like he was possessed by the Bride in Black. So therefore, I have high hopes between him, Leigh Whannell, James Wan, and also Scott Teems. This movie will probably be the best Insidious movie in the franchise. I mean, at least I hope it's going to be the best, but we'll see. Now, I'm also assuming that Parker Crane's mom will probably also be back in this movie, because again, you can't really have Parker Crane without the mom there too, because again, it won't feel the same and it won't feel as scary. So I'm sure both of them are coming back, but again, we'll have to just wait and see. Now, another possibility that might happen in this movie is we might see either Renee Lambert or the baby as older, because again, the daughter that Dalton had in the past was only like a year old the last time we saw her. So I guess now she's probably 10 years old. So it would be kind of interesting to see maybe her astral project, because the thing is, in Insidious Chapter 2, we saw that she was getting possessed by Parker Crane's mom. So picture this. Imagine Dalton's being possessed by the red-faced demon. Josh is being possessed by Parker. And then Dalton's daughter is being possessed by Parker's mom. Like, that would be just so scary to see all three of them possessed at the same time. But we'll have to wait and see if this happens or not. But if it did happen, this would be very scary for sure, in my opinion. I'm also assuming that Elise will be in the further to help out the Lambert family while they're being possessed again, because again, she, even when she was, dead, she did return in Insidious Chapter 2 as a ghost to help them out. So I'm assuming that this will happen again in this movie. I mean, I really do hope that Elise returns, because again, like, you can't really have an Insidious movie without Elise, because again, she literally appeared in all four movies. So if she's not in this movie, that is very disappointing, but I have high hopes that she will be in this movie, even if it's just for a small role to help out Dalton or Josh. To be honest, that'd be really cool to see. But I have high hopes that she will be in this movie. Now, something I've always enjoyed with all four of the Insidious movies is that, like, in every new movie we get, we have new demons. For example, in Insidious 1, the main antagonist was the red-faced demon. In Insidious Chapter 2, it was the Bride in Black. And then Insidious Chapter 3, it was that demon who can't breathe. And then Insidious Chapter 4, aka, the last key, whatever you want to call it, that had, the key face. So, like, I'm sure... I do have high hopes that there's going to be a new demon in Insidious Chapter 5, because, again, if they just have... the demons of the past and have no new demons, that kind of will be disappointing, just because every new film is supposed to have a new demon. But again, I don't think we have to worry about that, guys. I'm pretty sure we're going to get at least one or two new demons in this movie. Now, if you want my opinion on what kind of new demon I would like to see in this movie, like a few picks that I would love to see, like, again, I would love to see a werewolf or a Frankenstein or some kind of zombie, maybe even a Grim Reaper. I think if we had something like that, or even a vampire in the Insidious franchise, I think that would just add, more terrifying aspects to the movie. I'm not sure if this is possible happening, but it would be cool to see just some new demons that we haven't seen in the past, because again, the Insidious films are very good at always coming up with new designs for new demons and ghosts that we always see. Now, there's also a confirmed release date for Insidious Fear the Dark, which is going to be Friday, July 7th, 2023, which means that we have less than a year to wait for the movie. Hopefully the movie won't be delayed, because again, Insidious Chapter 5 was actually originally supposed to come out some point in 2022, but due to COVID, it got delayed 1 year. So since they delayed it once, movies don't usually get delayed more than 2 times. So I'm assuming that Friday, July 7th, 2023 is strictly the official date that's going to be coming out. I don't think there's going to be any more delays, guys. So I don't think we need to, worry about that. So I'm really excited. We only have about, I think, like, what is this? 10 months or 11 months left to wait. So again, under a year. So if we think about this logically, it's not that long because again, time goes by fast. Insidious Chapter 5 is just around the corner, guys. And I'm sure we're going to get a trailer very soon as well, if we're lucky. Also, Patrick Wilson confirmed on Instagram that they finished filming Insidious Fear the Dark. So that's really cool to hear, which means that the only things left to do now is just the soundtrack and the CGI effects are the only parts left to add to the movie. I'm assuming we might get our first official trailer at the absolute earliest around Halloween of this year, and at the absolute latest we'll probably get the first trailer sometime in March or April, I'm guessing. I don't know, guys, I'm just guessing right now, so don't take this with a grain of salt, but my guess is anywhere from October to April we're gonna get the first trailer, but we'll have to wait and see. Also, a recent photo reveals someone dies in Insidious 5 as it shows Josh and Renee and a few other people at a tombstone. So my theory is this: it's either a flashback to Elise's funeral, or after Insidious 5, Carl or Carl or Josh's mom passes away, unfortunately, somehow. Also, the guy who worked with Elise, Specs, and Tucker will probably be in Insidious 5 as well. I'm pretty sure, because again, they appeared in all 4 Insidious movies, so it won't feel the same as Specs and Tucker are not going to be in Insidious 5, so I pray to God that they return as well. And yeah. But anyways, guys, this is everything we know so far about Insidious 5, which is not too much, but not too little, which is good, because again, I don't want any spoilers for the movie, because if a movie is spoiled, then it won't feel as fun when we go to the theaters to watch the movie. So again, I really hope that Patrick Wilson and the other people who are working on Insidious 5 don't post too many spoilers, because again, there's been other films in the past where people have been spoiling movies, but yeah. So but anyways, guys, as soon as we get more information regarding Insidious Chapter 5, I will definitely make another video talking about it. But anyways, guys, what are all your thoughts on Insidious Chapter 5 so far? Do you like the plot? Do you think that Patrick Wilson will do a great job? Are you just as excited as I am for the movie? Let me know in the comments down below. And until the next video, take care, guys.